What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Certified Commanders. It's that man, Abu's brother man. And today we got the OTAs have officially gone underway in Ashburn, Virginia. The Dan Quinn era has been restarted. It's like first day. It's like the boys are back in town. It's like the first day of school for these boys, man. Everybody's back on the field. Seems like we had need I say a 98% attendance or 100% attendance showed up to the field. So shout out to them and shout out, sound like the brotherhood is coming on and it's coming on. But we finally get a look at some real football, at the real guys on the football field. We finally get to take a look at what this team is trying to build. And listen, there's a lot to like. There's a lot to, still side eye a little bit. But hey, it's the start of OTAs. It's the start of a new season. So let's talk about it. Let's get into what's going on with the Commanders now. Let's get into this Commanders feed, man. Let's take a look and see what's going on. As you can see, 5 throwing to 17, 5 throwing to 17. It's a nice, hey man, look, I had never had no doubts that JD5 wasn't going to be JD5. And I never had a doubt that 17 wasn't going to be 17. It's just some doubts that's around them. But shout out Jalen for that nice ball thrown. Hey, man, but look, it is something to like, man. So, when you start, when you kind of officially start the season, when you start the season with, the attendance that they started with Lemmy Tunsil actually showing up to the football field during this time where usually he'll be training with his own guys out of state somewhere, not with the team. It seems like this team they're doing everything they can to make sure that they become successful this year. As you can see, the first 2 games of the season against NFC East opponents, the Eagles and the Cowboys, it's not going to be easy. Then we got to go and play the motherfucking Seahawks. Oh, they come and play us. Then we got to go overseas. This shit not going to be easy. So we got to understand what's ahead of us, man. But some things that I did like from this past OTAs, this past week of OTAs, the assertiveness and brotherhood is real. You can tell it, you can smell it. From everything coming out publicly, the tone is different this year. Players are talking about accountability. Coaches are talking about clarity. And the energy, it feels like a brotherhood that's actually starting off strong. Not forced, not fake, but real buy-in by the guys. The players look confident and locked in. You can tell guys understand their roles early. That's a big thing as well. There's no confusion. There's no what's my job, like what do I do, but that could be a bad thing as well because we're gonna talk about that later on. I do want an environment where seats are hot. I do want an environment where positions are on the line. That's the true competition. I believe that, AP has done a good job in bringing guys in for depth, bringing guys in for different roles. But now we have to kind of build and bring guys in for competition, bring guys in to take other guys' spot. That's where you get, a real team at. I digress, man. But Dan Quinn and Adam Peters are setting expectations, and the players are responding to those expectations. You can tell. Jaden Daniels looks like the leader. From every report, every clip, every quote, Jaden looks like the guy we all know he can be. He looks like the leader that we know that we want him to be, and he looks like the leader that we know he is. From commanding the huddle, from talking to teammates between reps, taking ownership of the offense. This is what a franchise QB looks like. He's not acting like a third-year player. He's acting like the face of the franchise. He's acting like there's a lot that's going to be dependent upon him. Because trust me, I've got my concerns. You know what I'm saying? Jaden Daniels' supporting cast is that shit store brand. That shit store brand. Like, yeah, Terry's cool, but how do we truly unlock Terry's full potential. We need somebody on the other side that can post just the same threat to their number 2 corner on their side. Let's be honest. Jaden Daniels is premium, but the pieces around him, they're not premium. They're more like store brand. You know what I'm saying? The wide receiver room is full of guys who think they're safe, and that's a problem. I feel like Diami thinks he's going to make the 7. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Van Jefferson truly believes he has a chance to make the team. Jalen Lane, I don't feel like he's scared to lose his spot. Like, even though it's not really anything to cheer about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these guys, they know their role a little too well. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I want there to be guys that are like pushing through that ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Jordan McGee. I wish that Jordan McGee should be like, I mean, he can't ask for a trade because asking for a trade when it comes to like NFL is like really different. But Jordan McGee should be upset that there's another guy brought in to take his spot. Jordan McGee should be like fuming, like it just. I just want to see an attitude where people are not just accepting their roles, but they want more from themselves. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the wide receiver room, they think they safe, man. There's not real competition in there. There's no pressure right now. Everybody acting like they got a guaranteed spot on the final 72, whether they suit up and play or not. You dig what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. We still need another real piece at wideout, whether it's Stephon Diggs or Keon Coleman or Keyshawn Boutte. Somebody who can take pressure off of Jaden and Terry at the same time. The running back room, I got some questions about that. The running back room is guaranteed to be a running back by committee. Facts. It's gonna be running back by committee. You know what I'm saying? But where's the thumper? The thumper is going to be Kaytron Allen. Kaytron Allen is the only back in that room with breakout potential, if you ask me. But because Jaden needs a thumper behind him, he doesn't need a finesse guy. Bill is cool. You know what I'm saying? Rachaad White kind of fits that mold, but Rachaad White seems to be on a downside of his career. Maybe because, he got his spot taken, in Tampa, but he could have a resurgence this year. We don't know. Like, there's question marks, man. But Jaden needs a thumper behind him, and I believe that thumper will be Kaytron Allen, whether it's not now, in the future. He's used to carrying the rock. He played 4 years at Penn State, all-time leading rusher, whether it took 4 or 5 years or not, all-time leading rusher. And he exhibits that, that B-Rob role. Like, Jaden had his best years, his best snaps, his best plays when Brian Robinson was in the game to, suck the defense up when Jaden put that ball in his gut and pull that shit back out for the play action and shit like that. Jaden needs a thumper behind him, a tone setter, a back who can punish defenses and open up the RPO game. Like I just said, like, that's really serious. We need a back that can have the eyes of the safeties in the box, and the linebackers have their eyes on that running back, and they take at least one step up or a hesitating step. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line has some questions. I need to check on the offensive line. I need answers on the offensive line. Can we develop Matt Golden, please? And in time, like, I really haven't heard too much about the center position. But can we develop the draft pick Goldman in time to start? I really don't want Alec Grady to start at all at center. I know he did a couple times last year, but we were limited in what we can do when Alec Grady was a center. Can we develop Goldman fast enough? You know what I'm saying? That cannot be the plan to have Alec Grady just start at center and let be it. It's another question I got. The cornerback room still has holes. No disrespect to Trey Amos. No disrespect to Mikey Sarenstill. But they have not proven that they can be trusted for 17 games on an island by themselves. So with that being said, we need another piece in that cornerback room, another piece that can maybe do things that Sam Steele or Tramos lacks at, or maybe another ball hawk back there. But we do need another piece at cornerback. As far as Trey Amos and Mikey, they got all the traits, they got all the potential, but potential doesn't win games in December. We still need another corner. Trey Amos is only in the second year. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at OTAs, man, OTAs are supposed to be an optimistic time of the year. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, there's a lot to be excited about, man. From the brotherhood, the confidence, the clear roles. You know what I'm saying? Jaden looking like that guy, But I'm not blind to the fact that this roster has holes. This roster still needs competition. And this roster still needs upgrades if we're serious about making noise in the NFC this year. At the end of the day, man, I love the direction because we are headed in the right direction. I love the culture shift because it seems like everyone now understands that this ain't no playtime. You see, De'Ami Brown came to us with the I said this shit before. De'Ami Brown came to us with the ludicrous beard. He came back. The first time we got De'Ami, he had the ludicrous sideburns. He done went to Jacksonville, came back a man. Now his shit connected now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out De'Ami Brown. He's back, and we're going to need him to perform, man. So what's your biggest takeaway from OTAs? And what's the position? What's that one position group you still don't trust or you still have questions about? Like, comment, subscribe, and beat up the comment section. It's Certified Commanders, man. Let's get to it. The OTAs have begun. Let's get ready for the next OTAs, which will be starting very soon in June. Let's go, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.